Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, here are the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 18 of Let's Platinum Final Fantasy VII. Alright, so in order to get down here, you need to run across that area and climb down these chains. And let's go over here. Ooh, this place looks kind of familiar to us. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, let's go up to Sephiroth and talk to him. This is Genova, right? It won't open. This is the reason for the malfunction. This part is broken. Cloud, close the valve. Okay, walk over here and press X. Why did it break? Now I see. Hojo. But doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed? Oh yeah, it becomes materia. Right, normally. But Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. Alright, so these machines... Look through the window. These machines are supposed to make materia, but Hojo put something else in there and get a creepy, crazy monster. I think the implication here is that he put humans in there. What is that? Normal members of Soldier are humans that have been showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you. Is this some kind of monster? Exactly, and it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are. Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different? Hey, Sephiroth. No. Was I... Whoa. Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all these monsters, Sephiroth? You saw it? All of them were humans. Human? No way. Ever since I was small, I felt that I was different from the others. Special in some way. But not like this. Am I human? Or am I a dancer? I didn't really understand what Sephiroth meant then. I was even more surprised that Shinra was producing monsters. Okay, now we get a little break here. Damn, Shinra. The more I hear, the more I hate him. Who would have ever thought the Mako reactor held such a secret? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why are you talking to me? So you can save the game and rest or keep talking, so let's just keep talking. They at least let you sort of take a break if you wanted to. Poking his damn nose in where it don't belong. Cloud, why don't you finish that story? Phew. Tifa, were you waiting outside then? Yes. We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then, all of a sudden, he just disappeared, right? We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The villagers used to call it the Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. Okay. So yeah, the big mansion, Tifa, Zangan, the photographer, and Tifa's father, and Cloud and the Shinra soldier. Let's go. I like how I just realized like they didn't even name Tifa's father. He's just Tifa's father. Alright, in this mansion, the only thing that you can actually interact with is a piano on this floor. You could choose to play that theme again if you want, but it doesn't have any impact on what we're doing, so don't worry about it. I believe you have to go to the second floor over here, and luckily there are no battles. Alright, let's talk to this guy. There's no sign of Sephiroth, but I know I saw him go into this room. Alright, let's have a look. That kind of looks like a door. Let's go down. I have a very vague memory of this. I think I went over to a friend's house once and he was playing the game and he was up to this part, and in my memory it's so different to what, well, not so different, but it's quite different to what I see here. It's like, it's really strange. An apparently dead organism was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. Professor Gast named that organism Genova. X year, X month, X day, Genova confirmed to be an ancient. X year, X month, X day, Genova project approved. The use of Maker Reactor 1 approved for use. Okay. Might be able to see, just as Sephiroth is walking past, like right now, there's a thing on the right, and they're going to show like a time lapse of Sephiroth learning about himself here, and like a bunch of books are going to appear there, which is funny. My mother's name is Genova. Genova Project. Is this just a coincidence? Professor Gast, why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? Okay, let's talk to Sephiroth. Let me be alone. Okay. Yeah, just do as he says. Okay, here we go. So if you have a look at this time lapse, Sephiroth didn't come out of the Shinra mansion. So there's some books here, and now some books are going to pile up on the right. Pretty much where he's standing. Let's see. I don't know if you can make it out on YouTube, but I can see it here on the screen. And there they go. He continued to read as if he were possessed by something, and not once did the light in the basement go out. Okay. I also think that when he says Maker Reactor 1, I think he means this Maker Reactor, the Nibelheim one. It could be the one at Midgar, but because they call that one Maker Reactor 1, but maybe they were like testing Maker Reactor, maybe it was the very first one, so they were testing it here. Sephiroth seems different. Get some very ominous music. Alright, you gotta go down again. Oops, there we go. Alright, so let's see. So now there's gonna be a large exposition bit here, and I'm gonna try my best to explain it as best as I can. I did my best. Ha ha ha. Who is it? Traitor. Traitor? You ignorant traitor, I'll tell you. This planet originally belonged to the Cetra. Cetra was an itinerant, is that right? Itinerant race. They would migrate in, settle the planet, and then move on. I think that's what it means, like itinerant. So I think you could think about it as in like an itinerary when you go on vacation. So you have like a certain amount of spots you want to visit, and you're like, okay, I want to go here first, there second, and to that one third. So that's basically what they mean. They moved around. They would migrate in, settle the planet, then move on. At the end of their hard, long journey, it was said they would find the promised land and supreme happiness. But those who disliked journeying appeared. They stopped their migrations, built shelters, and elected to lead an easier life. I think he's referring to humans. I think that's what he's saying. Like, the Cetra, they're also known as ancients, and they were a race of people. And he's saying that humans who disliked journeying appeared and then did that. They became more sedentary instead of nomadic. They took that which the Cetra and the planet had made without giving back one whit in return. Those are your ancestors. Sephiroth. Long ago, disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors escaped. They survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing the Cetra. After that, your ancestors continued to multiply. So, humans decided to stay put and like cower and hide during the, what did he say? Was there like a catastrophe that was about to happen? Yeah, a disaster struck the planet. And the humans hid and tried to stay alive, and the ancients sacrificed themselves. And then it says after that your ancestors continued to multiply, so I'm assuming he means humans continued to procreate, and therefore they started like taking over the planet. So the Cetra, the ancients, are like the oldest race, but they've pretty much died out. Like Aerith is the last ancient, and so if I'm not mistaken, Rufus also on the tower, on the roof of the Midgar, that Midgar portion where we were fighting him on the roof, he said Sephiroth was an ancient as well. Now all that's left of the Cetra is in these reports. What does that have to do with you? Don't you see? An ancient named Genova was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum, the Genova Project. The Genova Project wanted to produce people with the powers of the ancients, or the Cetra. I am what was produced. Produced? So that's where I get, yeah. Yes. Professor Gast, leader of the Genova Project and genius scientist, produced me. How did he... Sephiroth. Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother. Dun, dun. Okay, so we have to get out of here, and now... Yeah, let's get out of here. I'm just trying to think. Just wanted to think about that last bit there. Yeah, he says... So Professor Gast created the Genova Project in an attempt to produce people who had the powers of the ancients, and Sephiroth is what was produced. So I think that means that Sephiroth was born normally as a human and then put into some kind of incubation and made into an ancient, or maybe he was born from, like, he was a test tube baby, I guess you could say. I don't know. That's the part I'm like a little bit unsure of. Whoa, the town's on fire. I forgot your voice. Hey, it's you. You're still sane, right? Then come over here and help me. What? Nice skip. Oh my god, everything's on fire. This is fine. I'll check this house. You check that one over there. Mom. Wait, I'm just gonna quickly check this photo guy. Hey, am I going to die? Photographer, photo guy. Sephiroth. I never thought about that. His last name is Roth, which is how like a lot of people pronounce Wrath nowadays. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Especially because in the 90s, I'm pretty sure Wrath was not pronounced Roth. Terrible. Sephiroth, this is too terrible. He's 2 years old. He's terrible twos. There's a chance that could be true, actually, if he was produced. And one of the most iconic shots in not just Final Fantasy VII, but all of gaming. Sephiroth has to be up there as like the greatest bad guy of all time. Like, maybe he's not the most successful bad guy, but just the most like epic bad guy. Seymour's pretty good too from FF10. And people like to say that I think Kefka was the most successful, although I'm not fully aware of what he succeeded in doing. I've been watching some speedruns lately, so I've heard a few of these names and just been musing about them. It's awesome. Alright, let's Let's climb down here. Hey, I remember this. Papa. Sephiroth. Did Sephiroth do this to you? Sephiroth, soldier, Mako reactors, Shinra. I hate them all. Don't know why Sephiroth left his sword there. Tifa's father is dead. It's not good. Mother, I'm here to see you. Please, open this door. How could you do that to Papa and all the townspeople? Uh-oh. What? How on earth did you survive, Tifa? Ugh. Ow, your spine is broken again. You've lost all ability to move. I mean, I guess she trained, but like she's wearing a cowgirl hat, so I don't know. You promised that you'd come when I was in trouble. Man, Cloud must be really strong. Lifting someone is not easy. I mean, I'm saying that as a very weak man, but physically weak man, I'd like to think. Oh well. It's how life goes sometimes. Alright, we're gonna finish this probably pretty well. We're almost at the end of this exposition. As I said, there's another, I said earlier, there's another sort of epilepsy sort of moment coming up again. This one's pretty bad, so if you have mild epilepsy or any type of epilepsy, look away. I'll tell you when though. We're not there yet. Mother, let's take the planet back together. I've thought of a great idea. Let's go to the promised land. Sephiroth. My family, my hometown. How could you do this to them? They've come again, Mother. With her superior power, knowledge, and magic, Mother was destined to become the ruler of this planet. You get a cool scene. But those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now I'm here with you, so don't worry. His face here is so funny. Actually reminds me of the Zelda fairies in like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and all that. Are they in Majora's Mask? I don't know, I never really played that one. What about my sadness? My family, my friends. The sadness of having my hometown taken away from me. It's the same as your sadness. My sadness? What do I have to be sad about? I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to be the leader of this planet. I have orders to take the planet back from you stupid people for the Cetra. What should I be sad about? Sephiroth, I trusted you. No, you're not Sephiroth. You're not the Sephiroth I used to know. Now you're just somebody... Alright, here's the epilepsy part, so I probably look away. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Ah, God, what were they thinking? And that's the end of my story. And then Titus comes in and says, and this is my story. Wait a damn minute. That's it? No more? I don't remember. What happened to Sephiroth? In terms of skill, I couldn't have killed him. Official records state Sephiroth is dead. I read it in the newspaper. Well, then it must be true. Shinra owns their newspapers, so you can't rely on that, on Texaroth. I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me? I'm alive too. A lot of this doesn't make sense. What about Genova? It was in the Shinra building, right? Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar. Oh, you know that? Did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building. Sephiroth. Damn, none of this makes sense. I'm gone. Would someone sell you or something? And I'm leaving the thinking of you. Alright, this is very important. Yo, Cloud, let's get a move on. You want to say, wait a sec, because if you say right, he gets 1 affection point, but it also ends this dialogue. If you say, wait a sec, he doesn't get any affection points. However, he then says, Cloud, what's wrong? You just gonna stand there while Sephiroth heads for the Promised Land? I ain't letting Sephiroth or Shinra get to no Promised Land. If they do, then we're all screwed. You know what I'm saying? And then for some reason you're supposed to say beautiful, just beautiful, and that will give him 3 affection points. If you say is that all, he'll lose an affection point. Just leave it to me. Oh, brother. Cloud? How bad was I after Sephiroth stabbed me? I mean, do you want me to have a look? Because I thought you were a goner. I was so sad. Yeah, she would have a scar. The ancients, Cetra, Genova, Sephiroth, and myself. Let's go. Barrett's waiting. What a fascinating story. Alright, just gonna... yeah, let's quickly go back up. I'm just gonna leave it here for a second. I'm gonna stay in this room here for 1 sec and end the episode, and then we'll come back and continue. Alright, so I want to thank you all for watching episode 18 of Let's Platinum Final Fantasy VII. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.